Welcome. I'm your host, Ham Gritty. The purpose of this report is to determine if your favorite movie characters have what it takes to be the best. Simply put, we check their grit. And for today's grit report, we'll be looking at American Assassin. Meet Mitch Rapp, the most careless cell phone user you've ever seen. He and his soon-to-be wife Katrina are visiting Ibiza, Spain when a group of gunmen open fire on the beach. All hell breaks loose, and during the chaos, Mitch is wounded and loses Katrina. There's a hurricane of ketchup-stained bodies littering the beach, but he finally locates her just in time to see her get topped off. She lies in the sand with her eyes open, watching Mitch in agony as she travels to the great beyond. 18 months later, a rough-looking Mitch is being a total mess. He creeps in some dark web chat group, loses his temper while sparring, and is being reckless around gun safety. He even forfeits his security deposit. Well, Mitch's plan is to infiltrate the terrorist group responsible for Katrina's death so that he can get revenge. Luckily, the chat group that he's been creeping in invites him to a meet and greet. He accepts it and heads to Libya so that he can get face to face to the guy who took his fiancée. Just when Mitch is about to try some old Die Hard shit, militants breach the room and punish the head honcho terrorist. This makes Mitch mad because that was his idea, and he resorts to stickling a lifeless body. The militants subdue Mitch and detain him. 1 month later, he's still being held. Turns out that the militants were part of a CIA operation, and the CIA has been keeping tabs on him. They were monitoring his communications with the terrorist group the whole time, and now they're interested in teaming up to prevent further radical shenanigans. He's hesitant at first, but eventually agrees. His first order of CIA business is to meet Stan Hurley, the leader of a secret project called Orion. This Stan Hurley is an off-the-grid type of guy, ex-Navy SEAL, a warrior, and he's the man to train Mitch. Off the bat, this Orion group is a regular old fight club, and Stan is determined to break Mitch in. Though it may seem rough, tough love is needed because Project Orion is responsible for recovering weaponized plutonium. On Mitch's first mission with Stan, they look for an arms dealer named Sharif. They're tasked with retrieving the package from him and eliminating Sharif. But apparently, no one sees Stan choking out the security guard. A member of Orion is killed and Stan calls off the mission, but Mitch proceeds alone anyways. Mitch tracks down Sharif and takes him out, completing the mission, but pissing off Stan in the process. This kid's got balls. Stan wants him gone. This kid reminds Stan of another fella that he trained, the same dude that is selling the weaponized plutonium. Apparently, he's a rogue agent that went ghost after he was kidnapped in an op. Stan the man didn't want to come help him, now Ghost has an axe to grind. During another operation, Ghost kidnaps Stan and finally gets some quality time with his mentor to catch up on things. Mitch uses a tracker and locates Stan just in time to do something reckless. There's a bunch of instances where characters make idiotic decisions in this movie. Either they have a shot and don't take it, or they make a sucker move even though they're spec ops. Like, why would she do that? Anyways, Mitch rescues Stan and goes after Ghost. They go hand in hand, and even though Ghost is clearly better, Mitch snuffs him. He retrieves the plutonium and detonates it in the water, saving thousands of lives. Mitch is finally able to grieve for the loss of his Katrina and is comfortable peeping on beaches again. The story ends with him still operating as an assassin. An American assassin. Well, does Mitch Rapp have grit? Rapp wants the terrorists to pay for what they did to his boo. Though foolish, Mitch traveled to Libya to confront those guys, demonstrating his gumption. Plus 40. When it comes to resilience, it's a shot in the dark. He loses someone close to him and spirals out, hurting other people and putting them at risk. Walking down a hot range and shooting other people's targets? Come on, dude, don't be a dick. Minus 20. Mitch's intellect has a hard time earning its stripes. Yeah, it took balls to infiltrate a terrorist group and show up in a gangbang, but to go solo? And to try and fight a room full of heavily armed men? He doesn't know he's the main character in the movie, does he? And what is it with him not following orders? There's a chain of command in place for a reason, people. Lives are at risk here. Minus 50. Finally, Rapp's tenacity is one thing that does shine. This dude just won't quit. He goes to hell and back just to get revenge. Though he disobeyed orders and put members of his team at risk, and civilians in multiple countries at risk, and the deputy director's career, he had followed through. Plus 70. So after a universal base of 40 grit and an additional 40 grit, Mitch ends up with a total of 80 grit, meaning that Mitch is barely mid. Let's call him mid-Mitch. That's it for this grit report. Was this an accurate report, or do you think we missed something? Leave your thoughts below, and if you want more content like this, just say so. I'm your host, Ham Gritty, and until next time,